On Monday, Robin Williams' daughter shared a post on Instagram pleading with fans and maybe also with trolls to stop incorporating her father's likeness into AI videos and sending them to the family, which I cannot imagine why someone would think that's socially acceptable. But
so weird.
Here was her post. She said, "Please just stop sending me AI photos or videos of my dad. If you've got any decency, just stop doing this to him and to me, to everyone, full stop. It's dumb. It's a waste of time and energy. And believe me, it's not what he would want. To watch the legacies of real people be condensed down to this vaguely looks and sounds like them, so that's enough, just so other people can churn out horrible TikTok slop puppeteering them is maddening. You're not making art. You're making disgusting, over-processed hot dogs out of the lives of human beings, out of the history of art and music, and then shoving them down someone else's throat, hoping they'll give you a little thumbs up and like it. Gross. And for the love of everything, stop calling it the future. AI is just badly recycling and regurgitating the past to be reconsumed. You are taking in the human centipede of content. And from the very end of the line, all while the folks at the front laugh and laugh, consume and consume." So the last part is how she feels about AI, more so than about the people sending her AI content. But I agree with her. I mean, I don't care if this makes me a hippie. I'm anti-AI. And at the very least, I feel like most people are at a point where they just kind of find the endless conversation about what it could do in the future really boring and boilerplate, because it's like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. It's just not interesting to talk about to the vast majority of people. And yeah, if you're like using this on someone's actual likeness and sending it to their family members, like, that's sociopathic behavior. I do think it's taking away our sense of humanity.
So I think that is the most important part of the discussion, is the choice to send it to them specifically. I imagine that there is a portion of the population, because she doesn't indicate from what I saw like what type of things they had Robin Williams saying in these clips. And if this person makes some AI clip of something they feel like Robin Williams might have said, it's a misplaced attempt to do something sweet without understanding that what they're doing is socially unacceptable. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's okay. So how often do you hear stories where like Leia Remini just recently was like, King of Queens went off the air this many years ago, and to this day I still get messages from people saying how this show helped them through a hard time. Media itself, movies and television, actors have this unique ability to really, really burrow their way into the lives of specific types of people who help them through hard times, and they remember them fondly. And in that process, which is already then kind of made even more impersonal by the internet, they're trying to do something that's not necessarily meant to be rude. It's meant in good faith. Like, this isn't somebody sending them, I'm assuming it's not Robin Williams coming off the top turnbuckle and giving a frog splash to someone. Okay?
Okay, but I do think that
it's more about the decorum. It should be, but it's not.
Why is it not common sense that that's not okay?
It's not common sense.
I think AI is not just, like these videos of Robin Williams in AI form are not just emotionally rattling the people he actually knew and cared about.
Yeah.
It's also, I think, warping people's emotions who didn't know him and making them feel like they had or have a personal relationship with him, which is even more sinister. And that's why I'm going to show two examples. The first of which is a video that someone generated of Robin Williams after and in response to his daughter pleading with them not to. This is mean-spirited.
"I'm sorry for all the bad behavior online. Let's be kinder to each other."
It also
he said,
barely looks like him.
"Someone should make an AI video of Robin Williams saying he's sorry. Oh, wait, here you go. Sorry." And then he said, "It's what Robin would have wanted."
Again,
so
you don't know.
But he's saying that because he knows that his daughter finds it offensive. Yeah. He's trying to provoke. He's trying to be insensitive on purpose. Yeah. And this other example, however, from back in 2023, when actually AI had lesser capabilities, this person said, "I'll always have a soft spot for my AI Robin Williams making the whole universe laugh from outer space." And this reply says, "What a beautiful sentiment. Robin Williams was such a treasure on this earth, a fitting tribute." So this is more an example of what you were referring to, where they're well-meaning but stupid.
Yeah. One of the other things, this has been happening for years before AI was even a thing. One of the most annoying things in the world is these infographics that show up on Instagram. They're like, so-and-so once said, and then they just put a fake tweet up that a person never said.
Yeah, I mean, that was happening before AI.
That's what I'm saying.
Course,
it's of the same.
It's
of the same. Somebody could share that with, like, Robin Williams once said, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I have to send this to his daughter. He was so inspirational to me." Meanwhile, she's like, "Yeah, he never said that. That's not a real thing. How you're interpreting it is completely a figment of your own imagination, and we're living in disparate realities."
It's driving people crazy.
It is.
Who I believe wouldn't have otherwise been crazy. And then MLK's daughter, Bernice King, seconded Robin Williams' daughter's statement, saying, "I concur concerning my father. Please stop."
Look, I'm not going to lie. This is a matter of decorum because I laugh at literally every one of the AI slop pro wrestling ones. I do. I watched one yesterday where George Washington and Abraham Lincoln fight for the WWF title, and I laughed the whole way through, and poor Olivia has to listen to me laugh the whole way through. And it will always make me laugh, but I would never find, or even any of the other ones. I did watch one of like Martin Luther King fighting Malcolm X in a wrestling ring, but I would never send that to Bernice King because that's insane.
Well, yeah, but can we at least agree that it's kind of a bad thing regardless of whether they're being shared with the family? I do think that it's disrespectful.
They're public figures, and it's a matter of, like, on the moral level, is it? Or, like, on the cultural level, it's what you expect with these things.
If you died, I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, one day, is Christian Bale gonna die, and all that's gonna live on are his, like, American, like, is that all that's gonna live on?
I wouldn't even do that to you while you're alive.
Are Patrick Bateman memes gonna be the way he lives on forever?
Yeah, probably.
Like, that's the unfortunate side effect of being a public figure.
But it's like, why
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that it's an inevitability that comes with technology.
I'm not surprised by it at all. I just want to be clear. I do think that it's wrong to manipulate someone's likeness like that. And even more wrong to share it with the people that actually knew them. Why is it that Taylor Swift gets special treatment, though?
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Because you brought this to my attention yesterday. When you search Taylor Swift AI on X, it will lead no results.
Yeah, it gives you like an error message.
It gives you an error message, and I have to assume that's because her team intervened after those sexualized images of her with AI were being shared all over the place. I think that was last year, maybe the year before.
Last year.
Of like her like scantily clad at Chiefs games and even worse stuff. It was all over the internet, and I assume that she took measures and her team and her legal suite of high-powered lawyers took action and probably went to the executives at X and, somehow formed an agreement that you can't search Taylor Swift AI anymore.
Yep. But it doesn't do that for any of the other ones.
But no one else gets that privilege. Nope. What's that about?
And she wasn't even the initial. I think if you really think about it, Scarlett Johansson was the original victim of all of that. Of like the fake images, the fake posts. That's who I think of when I think of like the original victim of like, this is a picture of Scarlett Johansson that's not really her, advertising a product she never said anything about, oftentimes sexual in nature.
Right.
And that was going on years and years ago.
Keanu Reeves was just asked about how he feels about the AI videos depicting him, and all he had to say was, "We're in that world. It's not a lot of fun."
He's got a nice guy image. He's got a...
So even he as mild as he put it, doesn't like the fact that people are using his likeness in AI videos. But
actually, what if it's actually the opposite? He actually thinks it's really awesome, but he knows he'll be ostracized in the industry if he says anything. Like, he sits there and laughs at, like, funny memes of him.
Well, increasingly that stigma against AI is feigning day by day in Hollywood, and more mainstream celebrities who've taken to producing content are forming, AI game studios, AI movie studios. We'll get to more of that later. We have a 20 from Pop Culture Junkie. Think AI is scary? There are already in development cheap real-time motion capture systems that track your face and voice in real time and present it as a totally different person on the other end on Zoom or FaceTime.
I saw some of those, and they're scary.
Yeah, and that's also the voice technology that's being used to scam elderly people. Like, it's not a good thing. I'm completely anti AI.
Okay,
not like me being anti is gonna stop it, but
actually, you know what?
I hate it. I hate everything about it.
I forgot. I do want to mention something else because I talked about it yesterday on X, and I got to bring it up now. And I should have had it ready beforehand, but I completely forgot that I'd posted about this. But I think it is relevant to what we're talking about here, which is okay. So there is this famous clip from the movie Pearl Harbor that people believe. Now I'm going to go full screen and you can see what we're talking about here. So in this scene, watch as the camera goes by, and for years people believe that who you're seeing, there we go, full screen, that right there is Bruce Willis from Die Hard.
That was my first thought.
Now, I've seen everybody and their mom share an opinion on this. Half the people say that it's an urban legend. IMDb lists it as an urban legend. It is not a digitally inserted Bruce Willis who's actually there in the movie Pearl Harbor. But in 2 years, it's not going to matter. They're going to start inserting these things for fun tidbits, like accounts that are just there to create, like, did you know, because this is like what most of my YouTube shorts feed is now. It's like, did you know this happened in this movie? And it's like a small clip of it, so it's not long enough that it can even be clipped and copyright. Like it's under 7 seconds, and it's got like an infographic about what it is, but it shows up on the shorts feed. There's just going to be fake shit with like, oh, did you see the scene where Keanu Reeves shows up in some movie? John Wick shows up in Passion of the Christ 2, with his gun. Like, that's going to be, somebody's like, oh, wow, like, I didn't know that Mel Gibson was that close of a friend with Keanu Reeves. And it'll entertain a person's brain for about 5 seconds, and it will bring some revenue to whichever person wants to spend 5 minutes of time doing some type of prompt to create it. And that's what we're going to live in, a whole world of false realities.
Yeah, and people are already losing touch with reality, and this is sending them into psychosis. Like,
the person here said, like, somebody said to my page, said, Michael Bay has confirmed it, that this is John McClane. I'm like, can you give me an interview where this happens? Nobody can provide me with like an interview of that being confirmed. IMDb says it's not true. I don't know. Does it even matter? No, what matters is whether you can monetize it, apparently.
No, the truth is dead.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.